Right. Good evening again, and welcome. Today we are talking about network marketing. We're literally dissecting this. Some call it an industry, some call it a profession, some call it different names. Doesn't matter what you call it, but we're going to be dissecting it today, looking at what is it and how it works, and why should people actually pay attention and understand how it works, and then maybe make an informed decision from there as to what they're gonna do with that information. So for those of you who are not familiar with me, my name is Lonwabo Fololo. I am a network marketing entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for all my life. I've been a real estate agent, running my own company, a Rosen property franchise, and I've been in construction. I've been in so many different things as an entrepreneur, as what other people call a hustler. Up until network marketing literally came to my rescue. For me, my first introduction to network marketing was in 2001. And this was in the 10th crusade of a guy called NJ Sitole, when he told us about IFA business model. So for the first time in my life, hearing someone say he is going to earn 1 million rand, it was through network marketing. So I guess that, stuck into my mind, at the back of my mind, that, the possibilities of network marketing are literally endless. So even though I was not in a position at the time to get involved, but, that stuck, at the back of my mind. Now, fast forward to 2007, I was doing my second year in university, and a friend of mine introduced me to a network marketing business, by the name of ICI. It was through attending that presentation and watching videos that I literally first time got involved with network marketing. And we started building, started promoting. But at the time I was a student, so I decided to, because it was taking a lot of my time, I decided to actually, put it aside and focus on my studies. But, because of network marketing, I got introduced to people like Robert Kiyosaki, Donald Trump, the whole era of personal development for me came through because of network marketing. So today we're actually going to be doing exactly that, just dissecting this and looking at what the network marketing, business is all about. So let me say this upfront, guys. Even though I'm in network marketing, even though there's a company that I'm promoting, right here on this call, you are not going to be sold anything. So feel free, put your guts down. You are not going to be sold anything, right? If there was anything I would, maybe I might want to sell you is my book, written on the topic of network marketing, the 21st century business model. Otherwise, that is it. There's nothing else that you're going to be sold, right? So let's continue. Right. So if we look at why businesses exist, right? Why do businesses exist? So businesses exist to, in fact, this is how they come into being. Entrepreneurs identify problems. Entrepreneurs identify problems, and in them identifying problems, they also identify the solution to the problem. Sometimes that gap between identifying the problem and identifying the solution or coming up with the solution, you might find that there's actually millions of rand spent in that particular time frame in what is called research and development, right? Consultation, whatever the case is, right? Setting up legal structures and so forth. So there is a lot of money that is actually spent in between those 2 points. One of the things that I also like to share is the fact that, there's a lot of beliefs on what entrepreneurs are or what entrepreneurship is. The dictionary actually gives us a very simple, definition. The dictionary simply says that an entrepreneur is someone who, takes financial risk in order, with the hope of earning a profit, right? So the financial risk can take many different forms, right? So I've had people looking at people doing certain things and say, but that's not entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is bar too. Entrepreneurship is drip, is Elon Musk or stuff like that. But people selling on the streets, that's entrepreneurship, right? Because they took a risk and bought some items, whether it's like what my grandmother used to do, whether it's buying fruit and veg, and then on selling that for a profit. Those people take a risk, and therefore they are entrepreneurs, right? So anyone who takes money from their own pocket with the hope of earning a profit, those people are entrepreneurs, right? So, and what do entrepreneurs do? They identify problems, and then they create a solution to that particular problem, right? Now, once they've created this particular solution to the problem, right? So they will then create a business or a vehicle or a system, right? Through which they're going to solve the problem, right? And for that, they're obviously going to charge, right? Because they're entrepreneur. They took all this risk on all these other steps for them to get to a point whereby they're actually going to charge, right? So now they charge to solve a problem. They have to communicate the problem. They have to communicate the solution, their solution to the problem. And then they have to deliver the solution, right? To the potential customer. And they do all of this for one reason only, and that is to make a profit. Yes, they might have a social, a social aspect to it. They want to change the world in this way or that way. It's because they found a problem, and at the end of the day, they want to make a profit, because if they don't make a profit, then whatever solution they're providing is not going to be sustainable, right? And once they've made a profit, they then repeat the process over and over and over again. That's just simple what entrepreneurship is all about. And this is why businesses do exist, right? And this is why I often say that, people who are professionals, performing certain duties, working in certain industries, whatever the case is, because of the advent of artificial intelligence, fourth industrial revolution, mechanization, and so forth, there's a lot of jobs, careers, professions that are actually hanging by the thread. Because 5 years from now, 10 years from now, in fact, the UN published a very scary article regarding this particular topic, detailing some of the jobs that won't be here come the year 2030, right? So this is why I often say that, it doesn't matter what you're doing and how much you are in love with what you're doing. We all have to be entrepreneurial one way or the other. When I say we need to be entrepreneurial, I don't say that we all should quit our jobs like I did and go and find a way for us, to make a business, right? You can actually do this whilst you are in the employ, building your career or doing whatever. But you're doing it in such a way that no matter what happens, right, in terms of your job or your career, you are safe in terms of your lifestyle, because you build ways for you to generate income outside of your work environment. So that is what, I am a big advocate for. Now, here is a very interesting fact, and that is, how do businesses communicate their solution, right? How do businesses communicate their solution? One word: advertising, right? Traditional businesses communicate their solution through advertising. Now, it's estimated that last year, businesses spent over $710 billion communicating their solution to the world, right? So now that is quite a lot of money, 710 billion in just 1 year, just to do what? To communicate, their solution. This is why, on Facebook, whether it's going to be you're watching a soccer match, you're going to see there's going to be quite a lot of adverts, going around. You're on a bus, you probably are going to see an advert. Some taxis, you're going to see an advert. So everybody everywhere is trying to communicate their solution to you and say, here we are. This is the solution that you are basically providing. Now, the problem with that is that, some people call it a shotgun approach, right? You take a budget, right? And you put it out there on marketing campaigns. Yes, your marketing manager might prepare, very convincing marketing campaigns and so forth, but it is very difficult for you to track, if you actually got a bang for your buck. Yes, people might be aware of your brand, might be aware of your business, but it does not necessarily translate into a sale, right? And what do you need as a business? You need a sale for you to make money, right? People knowing about your business, yes, that is good and well, but it does not necessarily bring, a sale on that particular day and time, right? So you need to, to fit. If you're a physical business, you need to fit walking into your business and basically buying something, right? So businesses spend a lot of money on this thing called advertising. And, this is how innovators actually work. When innovators look at something like this, they're always looking for a way to disrupt, something with this amount of money, right? They're always looking for a way to disrupt, something like this. That is why Facebook has become a multi-billion-dollar company, because of how they've disrupted the advertising and the marketing space, right? By having these targeted ads and so forth, of which, very few companies outside of social media are able to do exactly what Facebook is able to do, right? So businesses spend a lot of money to communicate their solution. Now, in a traditional setting, this is what you will have in terms of how businesses operate. So you will have, let's say I'm manufacturing this stapler, right? Manufacturing whatever, a bottle of water, I'm manufacturing water. It doesn't matter what I'm manufacturing. I'm going to need a place for me to manufacture what I'm manufacturing. But then, that's me as a producer of the goods, right? And then from there on, I will either have to have my own distribution, or I'm going to use another company for distribution. Now, this company here that I'm hiring for distribution has got overheads. They have to pay salaries, they have to pay rent, electricity, water, and all those things. And at the end of the day, they need to be able to make a profit, okay? So now you've got a second cost center. And then from there on, it then goes into the wholesaler. Now, the wholesaler is a different business altogether with the same overheads. We're talking salaries, rent, electricity, power, and licenses, insurances. So all those things, this guy, guess who's going to pay for that? His customer, okay? So now we've got a second cost center. In fact, it's a third cost center if we actually calculate me as the manufacturer. And then we have another cost center, which is called the retailer, right? This might be your shop, it might be your garage, your convenience store, and so forth. Now, and this is where, sorry, man, someone's trying to call me now. So this is where you as a consumer are actually going to buy whatever you need to buy, right? So let's say what I was producing here was costing me R1, right? By the time it gets here, it's probably now costing R1.50. And by the time it gets here, maybe R2.50. By the time it gets here, it costs R5, right? So this is the traditional way of how goods and services are distributed, right? So now, of course, you, the end consumer, bear the brunt of this entire long chain, right? It gets even more interesting if what you are buying is basically coming from overseas, of which most of what we are buying is basically coming from overseas, right? In South Africa right now, we import even stupid stuff like toothpicks, right? That's where we are as a country. We import everything. Sooner rather than later, we are probably going to import things like toilet paper if we don't already, right? So now, of course, this then adds to the cost, and you as an end consumer get to bear the brunt of this entire chain, right? So what is it that network marketing proposes that is different to this, right? So here we are using the same example of goods and services, right? Where you've got a manufacturer. The manufacturer manufactures whatever products, and then you, the consumer, are able to buy directly from the manufacturer, right? And once you buy from the manufacturer, you've got two options. And your option number one is you can simply remain a customer and save money on buying from a traditional, a business source, but you're not buying directly from the manufacturer, right? Or if you so thoroughly enjoy this particular product or service, you can then choose to say, you know what, let me refer my friends to this particular, tap of water because it's got these and this benefits, right? Or let me introduce my friends to this particular, food supplement because it's got all these benefits, right? And guess what? Your friends can then choose to be customers as well, or they can just simply buy from you, and by you converting from being just a customer to being an independent distributor. Now you get to have discount on whatever you're buying. At the very same time, you can also refer or sell to other people and make a profit, right? So you can basically get paid in two ways. You can sell to other people, get your retail profits, or you can actually, refer other people for them to be independent distributors in their own right, and therefore building a network of distributors who are, selling products and services that are, that they are, themselves, are enjoying, right? So this is how network marketing is disrupting the old system of distribution, okay? Now, one of the benefits of this for the businesses is that if I manufacture water or whatever manufacturing, and I decide to sell it through network marketing, this is where I win, right? I know that, when I pay the independent distributor, I pay for a sale that has already been done, right? So I don't pay for something and hope and pray that, someone is going to buy. But what actually happens is that I pay for a sale that's already been done. So this means that there is a win-win situation between myself as a business owner and at the very same time, the distributor who then now earns a commission from a product or service they already love and enjoy, right? So in a nutshell, this is what network marketing is all about. And this is how network marketing operates, right? So just for further clarity, now, how old is network marketing? Because a lot of people seem to think that network marketing is quite recent, right? So the oldest company I was able to find was actually established in 1932. I don't know how many 80-something years old that company is right now. This company is called Watchers, right? And their product was vegetable sea vegetables, right? They were selling sea vegetables, right? So apparently they've got some, some health benefits and so forth. And this is what they were selling. And in their span of over 80 years, they've literally made, lots of people have become millionaires. Lots of people have, enjoyed, they have enjoyed, the health benefits from the product that that this company was basically selling, right? So that is the oldest company, and there's been many others after that. If you look at, companies like Forever Living, you look at Amway, those are some of the oldest, companies that do exist even today in network marketing. So this is how the industry is basically organized. So you have customers, like I said before, these customers can either choose to remain customers, and but they're incentivized to be distributors, because if they sign up as distributors, yes, they're gonna pay maybe a small fee to be a distributor, but at the end of the day, they now get discounts on whatever they are buying. So you get customers and you've got distributors, right? Some people will remain distributors, or customers. Some will, eventually convert into being distributors, right? So some people call the industry direct sales, which is true because sales are done directly by myself as an independent distributor, to a customer. There's no marketing campaign that can do a better job than a one-on-one sale, right? There's no marketing campaign that can have that personal touch of me explaining how this product works to another person. That is why, you know, there's lots of money that is being made right now in terms of sales through network marketing because of that human touch. One of the things I say in my book is that I believe that network marketing can never be replaced even by artificial intelligence because of the human element and the human touch that is involved in network marketing or direct sales, right? So it's more than direct sales because it's, you know, it's not door-to-door knocking and that is it, right? It's much more broader than that. Some people call it multi-level marketing, right? Now, why do they call it multi-level marketing? Because there are multiple levels that exist within the structure where sales are done by independent distributors in multiple levels of this particular structure. Now, I believe that a more apt name for network marketing is network marketing, right? Because as a distributor, you can build a network of other distributors and customers, you know, and all the sales that are done within your structure, commissions are paid to people who are working within that very same structure, right? So, right, just to recap, it's customers who then can become independent distributors, who will then earn a commission for the sales that they do. Sales are done directly, right? So if you're a person who is shy like me, but want to get into network marketing, you are going to have to overcome that very, very quickly because that's the only way you get to make sales, right? And one of the things, maybe just to mention, people think network marketing is for people who are talkative. I'm not talkative, right? And what I've found, in fact, that people who talk a lot don't make money in network marketing. Introverts and people who are shy happen to make lots of money in network marketing. I dare you to prove me wrong, right? And I've seen this over the last few years, that this is very, very common, that people who make it to the top level, it's actually people who are very shy and are introverts in nature, right? Or as some call it, are situational introverts, right? So there's multiple levels of business, and you know, commissions get paid in multiple levels, and also a much more apt name for network marketing is network marketing because it's a network of distributors who are promoting a certain service or product, and they get paid commission for doing that, for the sales that are done within that particular network. Now, something which is very interesting is that, and this is obviously quite old, right? You know, in 2017, 2018, the network marketing industry did, you know, $189 billion in sales globally. $189 billion in sales. Now, to put that into perspective, that's more than what the NBA does, National Basketball League, right? In the US, that's more than what the NFL does. That's more than what you know, most of these multi you know, it's more than, you know, Hollywood is doing in a specific year. So network marketing is a huge industry, right? And it pays on a day-to-day basis to ordinary people in commission more than 200 million rands, more than $200 million, sorry, $200 million daily to independent people like myself who are involved in network marketing, right? So now, if you look at that, this has been growing every single year over the last, you know, 10 years, right? Now, what is very interesting for us in Africa is that if you look at what network marketing is doing globally, we only contribute 1.3% of this 189 billion. Only 1.3%. What does that tell me as a network marketing professional? It tells me that there is a huge opportunity. Opportunity is so massive because, you know, Africa's population is young. Africa's population is hungry for opportunity. Africa's population, you know, has very little options for them to create, you know, a decent living. So as a result, network marketing, you know, plays itself as a much more suitable, or one of the very, very suitable solutions to joblessness that we're facing in Africa and everything else around that. That is why over the last 2, 3 years, 5 years, you might have noticed that there's quite a lot of companies from China, from Japan, from Asia, who are coming here and setting up shop for network marketing distribution. Why? Because there is huge opportunity in network marketing in Africa. So anyone who just raises their head above shoulders, can build a fortune through network marketing. One of the things, there's a guy called Dexter Yeager. This guy has made over $460 million in commissions in his lifetime. I will repeat that. Dexter Yeager has earned more than $460 million in lifetime commissions through network marketing. Now, if you look at the entry requirements for network marketing, that is quite phenomenal for ordinary people. To have an opportunity to create that kind of wealth through network marketing with no need for connections, no need to have the right surname, struggle credentials, or anything of the sort, for me, this is quite phenomenal. And the fact that you can do it from South Africa, but you can build a global business sitting in South Africa, for me, this is quite phenomenal, right? And we've got people earning more than $1 million a month through network marketing, right? But let's take it home. Now, in South Africa, we did sales of over 12.9 billion in the same period. 12.9 billion. Now, look at it this way. There's only 1.3 million people involved in network marketing in South Africa, right? 1.3 million people in different spheres and so forth, some of which I will talk about. Now, the very interesting thing is that network marketing companies will pay anything between 30 to 40% in commission. So meaning, if you look at this 12.9 billion, around 30 to 40% of this was paid out in commissions to people who are involved in network marketing. This is no wonder that there's millionaires popping up all over the show through network marketing, right? This is quite interesting. Now, the number one producer in the number one province, that has produced the most sales in network marketing, in that period is, you might have guessed that it's Gauteng, right? And it's followed by KZN, then followed by Limpopo. Eastern Cape, nowhere to be found. Western Cape, nowhere to be found. Free State, nowhere to be found, right? So maybe this is why some of my friends have relocated to Wakanda, right? So the question, might be, so with everything that we have seen, I don't know why there's people asking for a Zoom link at this time. Sorry, guys. We've been talking about this meeting for a while. I am not sure why. Let me do that, just 1 second. That is done. That is done. Right, so the question is, what is then the difference between a Ponzi scheme and network marketing, right? So what is the difference? So let's start with network marketing. Now, network marketing is regulated, right? In the US and in other parts of the world. In the US, there's something called the Federal Trade Commission that regulates all businesses, including network marketing, right? In the world, you've got the World Trade Organization, right? That regulates network marketing globally. So network marketing is a legit business model that even people like, Warren Buffett are investing into network marketing companies. Why? They see that it is a cash flow machine, right? So network marketing is different in the sense that in network marketing, there is real products, right? When I say real, product or service, right? When I say real, they don't necessarily have to be tangible, right? Because there is financial services within the network marketing space, right? So we're talking about real products or services that are distributed to people, right? So people then, there is 90% of the time, there is no investment element. It's only few products where there is an investment element, right? But 90% of the time, it's a product or a service that you are basically buying. That's network marketing. Even those where there is an investment element, it is still network marketing if there is a real product that a person is buying from a particular company that a particular independent distributor has referred them to. So then what is a Ponzi scheme? This Italian folk here is the one who came up with this whole thing of Ponzi, right? It's actually named after him, right? This guy grew up in Italy, in a rich family, and his family lost the wealth, but he loved the finer things in life. So he didn't really consider himself, poor. When he was in varsity, this guy did not he did not focus on his studies. He made friends with some other guys who were rich and coming from wealthy families and so forth. So, he would go party and so forth. So he never finished his degree, right? But at the end of his studying career, he had no money and nothing. And then he went to America to go and, take a shot at the American dream. And in America, he then, eventually started this thing called a Ponzi scheme. So what is a Ponzi scheme? A Ponzi scheme is there is no product whatsoever, right? It is me saying, I am going to introduce Nero. Nero, you must give me 100 Rand, right? And once you give me 100 Rand, you must bring two people who are going to give you 100 Rand, okay? And when they give you the 100 Rand, maybe to me, I'll get 20 Rand from each. Now you get 160 Rand as an example. And they must, also go and get, there too. There is no product that is actually being bought or service, right? It is just simply someone giving someone money and going looking for other people to give them money and so forth, right? Now, the danger with this is that the minute there's no more people coming into the scheme, then the whole scheme collapses, right? Because it depends on new people that are coming in. Now, I do, however, want to reiterate this fact, and that is any business, right? We've already established the fact that in a Ponzi, there's no product. In network marketing, there is a product, right? Or a service that a person is basically buying from a particular company, having been referred by an independent distributor, right? So that is quite important, right? But any business that does not get new people will not survive long. I hear this all the time, and maybe sometimes I don't understand the logic, right? And the question is, if this thing is legit and it's powerful, why does it need new people? Like any other business, Coca-Cola has not stopped selling Coca-Cola, right? They won't stop advertising and looking for new customers, right? Because of the fact that, they are the biggest brand in the world. They want to maintain that, right? And the only way they can do that is if they spend money, attract new customers, and make sure that, they keep their dominance. So I hope this is clear, because this is quite a very, very common question in terms of what is the difference between a Ponzi scheme and a network marketing company. Right. So now, what are the different types of organizations or businesses, opportunities that we can find in network marketing? Now, you have product-based opportunities. Now, network marketing started with product-based opportunities, right? And as a result, the people who started network marketing back in the day, who were selling products and services, when there was a new company that identified this distribution model that is working like clockwork, which is called network marketing, they saw that this thing can actually fit in a financial services company. So when they implemented, you can imagine the amount of outcry that, was raised when people all of a sudden now, what is this now, right? Because we used to network marketing operating in a certain way, selling certain products which were tangible, products, right? Right now, you can find companies selling health and wellness, homeware, there's cookware. I mean, there's now even a real estate companies operating in the network marketing space, right? Now, I won't share my personal, takes on, these different. I'm just sharing to you that they exist, right? Real estate, homeware, wellness, and so forth. There's just a lot of them, right? And I'm offering different products, but all of them are sold to independent distributors. Then you have a much newer, area in network marketing, and that is your traditional financial services, your life cover, your funeral cover, your wealth and investment, your legal cover, right? One of the biggest, network marketing companies in the US is basically Legal Shield, and they sell legal cover, right? Through entrepreneurs, small businesses, families, and so forth. And they are one of the biggest, right? And they only sell, legal cover. So now it's understandable that the USA, being such a litigious, country, right? There's lots and lots of litigation happening in the US. Okay, my son walks in now. So if you hear quite a bit of echo, he's left the door open. So now, in the traditional financial services, those are some of the products that you will have. And I'm sure as I'm speaking, there's a lot of that come to mind as I'm speaking in South Africa, right? You've got your IFA, of which I've been a part of. There's many more. There's Multi-Shore. There's many different companies that are in this particular space, your traditional financial services, right? And so now, your traditional financial services, they are regulated, by various bodies, depending on what product or service that they're offering. But there's all sorts of legal, loopholes that, that are there for companies to adhere to, for them to be able to provide such goods and services, right? Now, and then we have what I call the new age financial services. Now, one thing about this is that we're going to talk about the risk involved right now, but this, new age financial services is the same way. So in 2014, 2015, in fact, when I was in varsity 2007, 2008, I saw a lot of people making ridiculous amounts of money through financial services companies, ridiculous amounts of money. We're talking about IFA and so forth. People were buying, cars like, they were going out of fashion, buying properties like it was going out of fashion, because at the time, there was very little competition. And here's the thing about human beings. Human beings like new and emerging markets, right? So at the time, in the 2008, 2010, era, all the way to 2015, in my personal assessment, that industry was emerging. As a result, lots and lots of people were going into the industry and lots of money was being made. Companies were making money, distributors were making money, because it was this new and exciting era of financial services entering network marketing, right? Now, they took a hammer when there was this new age financial services now coming into the scene. And this is your cryptocurrency-based network marketing opportunities, emerging from the 80-20, 2015, 2016, those years, where people were making quick money, right? Making quick money, losing money, making money, losing money. But at the very same time, there was a lot of people moving into that area because it is new, emerging, and exciting. And anything that is new, emerging, and exciting, you are going to find that it's going to be high risk and high reward. High risk and high reward, right? So now, I believe, and I talk about this in my book, and I believe that this new age, it has not yet even come to, to its fullness in terms of its potential. Because if you look at the kind of products and services that are emerging right now, very few of them are actually done through network marketing. So as a result, there will be DeFi applications that will work through network marketing. There will be NFT projects and stuff like that that will work through network marketing. There will be, stuff that got to do with the metaverse, with staking and mining, was the first one to come on board. But there will be different products and services that are going to come into the space through this new age financial services. And what does that mean? It means there is huge opportunity in this particular space as well. But you have to understand that it is high risk and also high reward, okay? So some of the risk involved, guys, I've started businesses, that never really went anywhere. Some, were, successful to a certain extent. I could live off them, some not. So businesses fail for various reasons. In the main, businesses fail for two things. Maybe even I will add, the third thing. One, businesses fail because they were undercapitalized. The entrepreneur, entrepreneurs are very positive people in their nature. They believe everything is possible. They believe that they can, build a whole city in the ocean. That is why Dubai, with the Dubai Marina today, entrepreneurs have got this thing of believing that anything and everything is possible. So as a result, because of that belief, sometimes we tend to underestimate what it will take to get the product or service to actually reach the masses. As a result, we go in there undercapitalized, right? And when we undercapitalized, when we run out of money and we can't raise money, guess what's going to happen? Most of the time, the business is going to fail. Now, in the process of that, you are going to find quite a few casualties. It can be your employees. It can be people that you have contracted that were hoping that they're going to get, maybe they had a signed contract that you're going to buy this and that from them. As a result, with your business failure, all their hopes and dreams are actually going to, as far as, doing business with you, are going to have to dwindle with that as well. So you can imagine someone maybe even had to go and buy a new bakkie to be able to deliver goods and services to you. Maybe they had to go and borrow money to scale so that they can cater, for your business as well. So these are all some of the risks that are involved in starting a business, right? One, undercapitalized. Number two, businesses fail. Yes, they are well capitalized. They are well resources, but sometimes they're just not well skilled, right? Sometimes they are operating maybe in a high-tech environment, that requires, specialized skills they thought maybe they would have, that they don't have, and so forth. And I've seen these guys, quite a number of times, where businesses fail not because of lack of money, but they fail because of lack of skills, right? And then the third part, which I don't even want to call it failure, but the third part is that you are going to find people that have got malicious intent to come into the market and they want to hurt the market, right? So they want to promise heaven and earth with no intentions of actually fulfilling their promises, right? So you've got those three categories, right? So now, in the main, when it comes to business environment, you've got the micro and you've got the macro environment. And, the micro environment is everything that's got to do with the business itself, right? The leadership, capital, product line, and so forth. But then in the macro environment, these are things outside of the business. It can be the legal framework changes, right? Changes in the legal framework that makes it impossible or difficult, for the businesses to comply. Because of, the cost associated with that. It can be economic downturns. It can be global, instability. It can be challenging with supply chains, especially when products are actually having to be shipped from another country into a different country. We saw this with COVID. We saw that even prior to COVID, maybe there is a company that has got issues, through customs, right? They're having a problem, clearing their products and services through customs. And at the very same time, the business was growing so much. There was so much demand for the products, and people have paid for the product, but now they can't get their product in their hands. Guess what happens? People then tend to lose faith in the business. And this might be something that has got nothing to do with the micro environment. The businesses have done everything that they could, to plan for such things. But, then, this was unforeseen, or there was nothing they can do. This happens all the time, right? I've seen businesses close because of taxation. Because of taxation, right? So many different reasons why businesses fail, right? So, and this, by the way, is equally, the risk is, both sides, whether it's product-based, financial services-based, there is a risk, right? Whether it's traditional business or network marketing, there is a risk, right? So, but one of the beautiful things about risk is that nobody ever succeeds without taking on risk, right? It's a matter of identifying the risk, assessing the risk, and finding out ways how you can mitigate, that particular risk if you can. So the benefits of getting into network marketing, guys, there is plenty, right? And number one on the agenda is that you can make lots of money, right? I was at the point where, growing up, in fact, not growing up, from 2001, I started believing that I could be wealthy. I could make a lot of money through network marketing. I mean, not through network marketing. I believed that I was going to be rich, right? And I had lots of business ideas in my head. I had a petrol service station, I had a construction, I had restaurants, I had all sorts of things that were playing in my head, knowing that one day I'm going to be rich. I don't know how yet. I just know that I'm going to be rich. This is my desire. This is what I determined. Now, when I got into real estate and I started encountering people who were in business, how they handled different things, how people in my own assessment at the time, how people were ruthless, they were cutthroat, they were cold, and so when I had a look at all those things, when I looked at the construction, how people had to, rub other people's hands for them to get businesses and so forth, I was like, I don't think, I'm actually going to be rich. I don't know how, but I need to find a different way, because for me, this is not how I want to make money. I certainly don't want to be, cutthroat and all. So for me, it did not, mix up with my internal values. When I found network marketing, for me, it was something, or when I eventually went back to, network marketing and truly understood network marketing, for me, it was a revelation, right? The fact that you could do good and make money. You could help other people make money and make even more money, right? You could help other people grow and make more money, right? So for me, this was a business model, made from heaven, right? I used to say to my friends, there is no business model more godlier than network marketing. It doesn't make others, bad, but that's just how I felt regarding network marketing. So yes, you can make lots of money through network marketing. Obviously, this comes with experience, patience, learning, implementing, allowing yourself to be mentored, taught, learning from the people who are making it big in this industry and so forth, right? And obviously there is a low startup capital. I've been a franchisee. I've started my own business. I've been in network marketing. I can tell you right now that network marketing was by far the cheapest, right? Because the whole system is done for you. The whole system is built for you. It's a plug in and play solution. That's all it is, right? It's it's much easier for anyone. And here's a beautiful thing. It's like, if you remember, the being an intern, right? Where you are learning, but you're earning at the very same time. That's network marketing. You could be learning, but you could be earning at the very same time whilst building a business. There's low startup capital as compared to any other form of entrepreneurship. You get leverage. What do I mean by that? This is quite important to understand. When I was in real estate and I had my office in Port Elizabeth, that was costing me X amount of money every single month. And if I wanted to, establish a new business office in Cape Town, Durban, or Joburg, number one, being a franchisee, I would have to pay more, another franchise license. I would have to pay for the, the setup cost, starting up, I'm setting up and everything. So all the costs, it was going to cost me quite a lot of money. Even just to manage that was going to cost me quite a lot of money. Money I did not have. But the beauty with network marketing is that you could be in Joburg. You could sign up an independent distributor in Lagos, Nigeria. They're probably costing you nothing. They're building their own business, right? You are there, to support, yes, in any way you can, but they're building their own business. And in whatever they're doing, there's a very small percentage of what they do that accrues to you because they are part of your network. You can do the same for someone in Uganda, in Zimbabwe, in Lesotho, in Italy, in Germany, in the US, right? So you could basically scale your business globally without having to pay the hefty cost of a traditional business scaling in that particular regard. In network marketing, you are in business for yourself, but never by yourself, because your upline is invested in you winning in the business. The business owner is invested in you winning in the business, right? So you are never alone, right? Even if your upline gets to quit, but your upline's upline will be there to support you to grow, because his growth is the growth of the team, and the growth of the team is his growth or her growth as well. You've got literally unlimited income earning potential. Unlimited income earning potential. That's the power of network marketing, right? And I've said you can learn while you earn, and growth potential. As I've said, Africa is only contributing 1.3%. It is enormous, right? You can work wherever you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want. If you've never worked in a work environment where the work environment was so toxic, but you had no other choice but to rock up and work with people that you don't necessarily like, you will never understand the power of network marketing, that you can work with whoever you choose to work with. That's the power of network marketing, because nobody works for you. You don't work for nobody, right? So that's the power of network marketing. And there's an item here that I did not add, and that is there are tax advantages for building a network marketing business. Consult Mandilake Nondenja, to help you understand that. If you're looking for his contact, you're more than welcome to contact me for that. Right. So, ladies and gents, that is the end of my session today. I am more than willing to take any question that you might have regarding this. And what I'll do, I'll stop the recording now.